All right, so what was I talking about, Robin? My parents. Okay, so my parents lived with disease. So for like 20 years, they were telling me that each other was deathly ill and dying, but there'd be nothing wrong. You know what I mean? Like my mother would call me up, she'd say, I think Daddy had a stroke. And then he'd have test, and then there'd be nothing wrong. Or my father would say, I think your mother has Alzheimer's disease. And then she'd have test, they love the test, and then there'd be nothing wrong, yeah. And like one day, my mother comes to my house and she was all gleeful, so I knew she grew up when my father was sick. She was always happy when he was sick. I'm not kidding. They love the disease. And she said to me, we think Daddy has a brain tumor. And I have the suicide instructions. And I told him if he only has 1 good year left to live, we're going to do everything that I want to do. And then he had test, and then nothing was wrong. And then, this was like 20 years, I'm not exaggerating. And then like a little bit after the brain tumor incident, after that was cleared up, I was at the theater with them, you know, right on Broadway, and it was intermission. And you know, it's very crowded in the lobby in intermission. My mother goes to the bathroom, my father says to me loud, your mother has bubbles coming out of her vagina. What is she, Lawrence Welk?